and I'm here with two of my friends, Carolena and Brad. Their business is a Level Up Capital, and they are full-time real estate investors. They have this project going on right behind us that they totally renovated and is on the market for sale. And then there's a house next door that Mallister Creek Development is building a house for them to also put on the market and sell. So, Carolena and Brad, tell us a little about you and how you guys got started.
All right. Well, we decided to do a big pivot in our lives. And that wasn't necessarily our choice, but truly, I think it was the Lord that just went bloop.
So I worked in a completely different industry for about 17 years leading up to today, where we were in the automotive space. And we started investing in 2021. We started with one townhouse that we found as an off-market deal in Kannapolis. We had it rented the next day, and it was just one of the easiest transactions in real estate that we've ever done still to this day. And we were like, yeah, let's do that again. Thinking that we were going to have our real estate kind of side hustle and then still have this family business. So we kept on this side hustle and started growing our portfolio more and more slowly. In 2023, our family business closed after 44 years. So that left us with a beautiful path to just keep investing. And it's led us to where we are today, being I'm a general contractor. Carolina is a licensed real estate broker. So we are just passionate about all things real estate. We love just learning more about different investing strategies, talking to friends about ways that we can help each other and how you can grow. Because it's just such a huge world of real estate investing. And I really look at it as like a journey. And each new property is kind of a new adventure and has its own unique challenges and rewards, hopefully.
Strategies for each one.
And it's just really lets you forge a path to long-term wealth is what we're trying to build. Hopefully generational, that we can pass on to our children, that they can also be passionate about real estate investing, and just hopefully learn a thing or two from mom and dad.
Yeah, you guys are the perfect team. Real estate agents, general contractor. They have long-term rentals. Now they're into development. They do renovations. So tell us, speaking of your team, y'all are a team. So tell us what made you come to Branch Wealth Partners and tell us about that experience and how we have helped.
Yeah. We were at a point in our business that we really wanted to scale. So we were looking into developing. That was our next logical step. We were kind of tired of the old houses built in 1900 and all of the prices that came along with that. So we said, let's do developing. And truly, it was just a blessing to us that a friend of a friend I met with, and she said, have you heard of Branch Wealth? And I said, no, what's that? And she just said, they work with real estate investors just like you. And I was like, that is so cool. When you hear about things like that, sometimes you're like, what is this? I was a little bit
never heard of this. It sounds sketchy.
Truly. But we met with you, we met with Greg, and you guys are just so genuine and so helpful. Greg has an amazing just portfolio and his experience just is beyond. And so, like I said, we wanted to scale, we wanted to start developing. And I mean, it was within months that we just started breaking ground on this, guys. It was just kind of wild how fast it went. So lots of prayers answered through Branch Wealth. And I was joking earlier and I said, we wanted a dad, but an investment dad, but
you got
really him. A mentor is a better word. But no, Greg has been just an incredible help for our business and for personally as well. Really, he's just a great guy.
Yeah, it's been just so valuable being able to partner with somebody who has the same vision and execution in mind, and we can just both hone in the strategy that we're working on right now, and just has been such a great process.
Well, all right. So how did you find this property? Because this is awesome. First of all, let me say, this is 3 different parcels. So that parcel was empty, building a house. This parcel had a house and they renovated. And there's another parcel over there. So how did you find this? And what's your plans for the rest?
Yeah, so driving for dollars, just cruising up the road. I saw a for sale by owner sign in the front yard. I immediately thought, well, that's an opportunity. So I gave him a call. we have a lot of success being able to work direct with the seller because we're able to say, hey, we'll come in. You don't have to do a single inspection. You don't have to have showings. If there's an old couch that you don't want, leave it in there. We'll take care of it. We'll pay cash and just try to make it super easy. We'll pay all the closing costs. So that's the value that we can bring as an investor working with a direct to a seller. So we're able to negotiate terms everyone was happy with. I think we closed in 2 weeks and started just exploring the possibilities of what we could do here. And then Branch Wealth and Mallister Creek made that process so easy for us, where we were able to strategize to what makes most sense. And here we are, making it become a reality.
So let's talk about numbers. So how much did you buy the whole parcel for, all three? And then how much did it cost you to renovate this? And what are you selling it for? And then what are you looking for your profit to be?
So total investment, we're on 4.5 acres, divided into 3 parcels. We will have spent right around $60,000 on the renovation for this house. We expect it to sell for around $300,000. Next door, we're building a 3-bed, 2-bath, the Vale plan with Mallister Creek. Build cost on that will be somewhere around $150,000. We hope to list it in the high 200s. So really the big goal is to be able to sell this one and that one and have this land for free, that we can keep 4 acres on this side to do a future phase development, building small multifamily homes.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be the goal, to have this land for free from selling these two, and then everything else is just profit for you guys. I love it. Awesome. Well, let's go check out inside.
So this home has all new flooring. It's completely fresh painted walls. We've added a brand new kitchen. You can see through here. We've updated each bathroom to just be a little bit more user friendly. This is our ensuite. New countertops, new cabinets, new appliances are all here. And we were able to use this area over here as a flex space. So it's your laundry room and really whatever your heart desires in here, as far as playroom, office, you name it, anything can go in here, and it has its own heating and cooling as well. So we really just tried to use the space as fast as we could and make it as user friendly as possible.
We've touched every square inch of this house, has had something done to it.
Yes, absolutely. And then when this was originally built, this was an add-on. So there was literally a window looking through to the bathroom and windows looking through to the kitchen. So we custom made these just to kind of make it a little bit decorative, but also useful as well.
Add some privacy for the back.
Add some privacy.
Take one of the most
Everybody.
So this is one of the many strategies that Carolina and Brad have when they're investing in real estate. And obviously this is a new construction home. So tell us a little bit about this strategy that you have. Why did you choose new construction? Give us your thought process there.
Just with land costs in general, what we've seen, there's a lot of value to being able to buy a larger lot and then do multiple projects on that same lot. So that's what we were seeking out when we found this property. We kind of lucked out. It was already subdivided into 3 nice little parcels. So we had this perfect spot right here that was already cleared and leveled, and we could just totally see a house going right here. The numbers made a lot of sense. We could basically build cheaper than we could buy an existing house.
For sure.
And we knew that we could, make a beautiful little 1,200 square foot house here that will just be a nice and new everything. The buyer's not going to have to worry about anything when they move in.
Yeah. And you won't either for the next 5-10 years. Hopefully nothing really goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. So what made you decide to sell versus rent?
We really just wanted to sell these 2 off so that we could fund our next one.
Yes.
So we like to keep a mix of some we'll keep and some we'll sell. We like to keep as many as possible, but sometimes you also need to turn some profits.
Keep the cash flow going.
Yes.
Yeah. I get that. Very cool. Well, let's go take a look inside. All right. So what phase of the construction process are we at? We look like we're almost done, but where are we at?
Yeah, I'd say we're in the turnout phase. We're installing
all the pretty things that you see. All the mechanicals are done, the framing's done, the roof is there. Now we're just making it look pretty.
Awesome. The plumbers are actually literally here right now as well, so that's cool. So you know they're working, which is awesome. Hope you're fun right now. Awesome. All right.
So we just recently had countertops installed. The floors went in recently, and now we're installing fixtures. It made a lot of sense for me to just hand everything over to Mallister Creek. They have just handled this project incredibly well and efficiently, way better than I could have. There's such a big learning curve when you do new construction that, I mean, these guys are just masters at it. It's what they do all day, every day. And it's been a joy working with them and just letting them carry a lot of that, the burden of the details and building, so that we can focus on investing in our next project. So it just clears up that mental space for us to be able to innate.
Love that. And I'm sure you are learning a ton in the meantime, watching them do everything that they're doing. So going forward, if you wanted to do that, you could, but now you know you can hire people. So I assume you probably won't.
Yeah. Hire people.
Awesome. Love it. So we just spent some time with Carolina and Brad talking about what they have going on here and with their company, Level Up Capital. As of this point right now, one of these properties is for sale. So check that out with the Behringer Group. So we're on the parcel 3, the one with nothing on it. So what is your plans for this part of the property?
So we love building long-term wealth. What does that look like? That looks like more units that are cash flowing and hopefully paying us every month and letting us have more passive income. So we're accomplishing that by selling off these other 2 houses so that we can fund the build for this land, which we want to do a build to rent small multi-family. So envision 3 townhouses in 1 unit right underneath my feet here. We're going to start with that. Once those are rented and stabilized, we're going to have future phases. Since we have 4 acres to develop here, we plan to put hopefully 3 to 5 more units, as much as the city will allow, essentially, just so we can provide affordable housing for the Concord area, because there's just so much growth around and there's a need. So it's a win-win.
Love that. And then Mallister Creek is helping you master plan the whole project over here on this side too.
Yes, they have workshopped every detail with us. They've provided us with plans that we can take to the city to get approval or critiques. Multiple different layouts and strategies and products. It's just been amazing having someone with that knowledge that can guide us into making the best decision for us.
Love that. All right. So the multi-million-dollar question. Why do you guys invest in real estate? What is your future plan? What do you want to do with your wealth? Tell us about your why.
One thing I want to just make clear that what we've discovered on this journey is that, of course, as investors, you need money, capital, but you also need to use other people's talents and gifts. Whereas Brad and I would probably take years to figure out how to make plans and go to the city and all of that. But when we're using other people's talents like Mallister Creek, it just makes things so much more simple and it's absolutely worth it. So it may cost you a little bit more, but then there's the time and all of the other energy that you can spend finding more deals and finding more land. So you guys got to know what you're good at and stick to that and let other people's talents help you along.
For sure. And then, so when it comes to building all of your wealth, what is your plan for that wealth? What do you want to do with that?
Well, I think, biblically it says that we need to have generational wealth, and that is our goal. We want our grandkids to enjoy not necessarily the finer things in life, but to get a leg up when they can, right? We want them to be hard workers as well. So this isn't just a handout, here you go. But we really want to build a strong foundation financially for all of our kids and grandkids and their kids as well. So that's one thing. Another thing is we love to travel. I think that's more now as opposed to the future. We love to travel. So that really, this type of investing lets us do that. We can actually see other markets while we do that as well. We can visit because we actually have a short-term rental as well. So that's kind of cool that we can go see other short-term rentals. So there's a lot of travel that we enjoy doing, and just showing our kids different parts of the world and different parts of the United States is really important to us as well.
And we just love to be able to bless other people that are not our kids. Whether that's, if we have a tenant that's in a hard spot, we love being able to just show immense amounts of grace, and just be able to, lift up the community in general, even in a small way that we can. There's so much need out there. We just love to be able to be in the position where we can help others.
For this huge project, they are always looking for private money. So if that is something that you're interested in, we will link the contact there to get in touch with them. But if you want to hear more about any other strategies or see other videos or talk to other investors, check us out on our website.